Hi everybody, Lord Magicus, and it's time for more Merfolk in Modern. Alright, well, I don't remember if I had said what I was going to play last time, but I decided that either way, I want to play Simic today. Yeah, I'm really attached to Collector Oath at the moment in Modern. I think this card is just very good against like Tron and Warza, and they're like two of the most important matches to have a good sideboard card for. So yeah, I really want this card in my sideboard, and I think that it's pretty easy to support it, and otherwise the shell of the main deck looks basically the same. It's just slightly more aggressive and slightly worse against burn. Um, I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not, but I think that any points that we lose against burn, we probably are going to pick up way more with the Oath. So I'm hoping that's going to work out fine. I mean, we're still okay against burn, it's just not as good as it could be. I think maybe Kira and Deprive help a little bit with that, so I don't know, we'll see. Kira, I'm also hoping is going to help shore up Jund a little bit by forcing them to spend more removal on this. It also works well with the Tidebinder Mage when you tap something down and then now they have to spend like 2 removal spells to get rid of this and then a third one to get rid of Tidebinder, so I don't know, hopefully we'll see Kira be good. It's also good against the control decks too. It does sort of the same thing that Chalice of the Void does, where it just counters like the 1-mana removal spells and forces them to go in heavy to be able to kill something. We'll find out. Otherwise, yeah, this is pretty similar to what we played the last time that we played Simic, so let's just play. It's, yeah, pretty standard stuff. League. Here, let's do it. Alright, tropical fishies. Good. Yes, joined. Let's go. I think Simic's in a good spot at the moment. I'm not sure if there's much I want to change about it. Like, maybe we need something more against burn, but I think once we get Oko in our deck, I probably will take out Tidebinders for Okos and probably take out the Echoing Truth for Brazen Brazen Borrower. That's the one. Yeah, Brazen Buccaneer is a pirate card. Now we want Brazen Borrower, or basically a bounce spell staple to a 3/1 flyer, which I think is probably more relevant. Echoing Truth sometimes bounces like multiple tokens or something, but it's mostly better to have more pressure, I think. Well, we'll find out. Either way, if we go 2 Okos and 2 Borrowers, that gives us 4 answers that deal with Ensnaring Bridge in the main deck, so that's going to make things a lot easier. Alright, let's do this. It's a little bit loud. Alright, what do we got? On the draw, yeah, this is not super great, but I think I gotta keep it. Alright. What are we up against here? Spire Bluff Canal, Aether Vial. What the fuck is playing Spire Bluff Canal and Aether Vial? Okay, well, I don't think I want to find out. Alright, well, this could be like a red Merfolk deck. No, I'm not sure. I mean, it could be humans, maybe? I don't think so. What are they going to tell me? The next turn, we're just going to play Lord of Atlantis attack for 3. Alright, that vial was very important to them. I hope it's not Merfolk, because if it is, then this is going to be really dangerous. But it looks like they kept a 1-land hand in the back of Aether Vial, so this is going to help us pound them pretty quickly. So next turn we can Trickster whatever blocker they put into play and get in for 5. And then the turn afterwards we can crack Grove and try to draw like another Lord. What are your secrets? Come on. Human? I expect human. Elemental. Oh, that's neat. Alright, so what do we got? Elementals. You are playing, what, 5-color elementals? Is that what's going on? Unsettled Mariner? That's fine. That is also a Merfolk, so it is getting pumped up by this Lord of Atlantis right now, unfortunately. So, Changeling, huh? I gotta check something quick. Can a creature lose Changeling? Because if it does, well, so what would happen? I don't think I really want it to. I don't think I can make it lose all creature types. All right, but just for reference, let's check rollings in this. We're definitely playing this Waterlogged Grove. Let's see. If it okay. If a card loses the Changeling ability, it will still have all creature types, it just won't have Changeling. Okay, neat. That is good to know. Well, I don't think we'd want to trade Lord of Atlantis with this thing anyway. I think we just want to Merfolk Trickster, tap this thing down, and attack. So let's do that. Okay. Yes, I will pay 1. Yeah, and you see it's still a 3/3 here. Now it just doesn't have Island Walk. Yep. Alright, so we have a pretty good clock going right now. If we can draw another Lord, that would be fantastic. So they're in some trouble. Alright, you put in, what, Flamekin Harbinger? Is that the one? Yep. So what are you going to find with this? I'm not familiar with this jank at all. Like, I don't know if it's jank or not. I've never seen this deck before. I assume that it's probably not jank because I've never heard of it, so... Smoke Braider? Okay, this feels like a jank deck. But, I don't know, maybe I'll be wrong and they'll surprise me and they'll just get like some infinite combo that I don't know about. Smoke Braider pays for elementals, which I think we're going to see it. No, okay, that's fine. They don't have Island Walk yet, so we need... That Spreading Seas really would have helped us here, unfortunately. Alright. See if we can draw something. Commenace Speaker, so I could attack with these two, but I don't know if that's really going to help right now. So options are, I could play Aether Vial and Commenace Speaker. I could attack with both of these, but I don't think there's like, they could put Smoke Raider in play. If they want to trade with the Mariners here, that's sort of okay. They only have 3 cards left. I think I'm willing to risk this. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Let's play this first. This is the more important spell. And I guess we're going to play an Aether Vial. And they're probably going to Vial in Smoke Braider, and let's see what stupid degenerate nonsense they put out. So it can add 2 mana, but only for elemental spells or abilities. So right now they can cast an elemental that costs 4, or maybe 5 if they play a land drop. But is that going to be enough? That's a good question. I sincerely doubt it. I'm going to hold on to this Vial probably just to discard to Biomancer. Oh, they conceded. I think that was a little premature. Like, you weren't quite dead yet, but they gave up, so whatever, we take it. Let's see. I think that this is a good matchup for Dismember. It's probably not a good matchup for Force of Negation. Probably Kira, yes. Counter spells are usually not good against Aether Vial decks. And I don't think we want Collector Oath. Spreading Seas could actually be relevant because it looks like they might be playing a mana base very similar to the humans' mana base. Then, yeah, with Unclaimed Territories, probably Cavern of Souls and like Spirebluff Canal. So my guess is going to be that these Tidebinder mages are going to be fucking fantastic. Yeah, I think this is alright. We'll just do it like this, and then if we see anything different, then we'll adjust it in Game 3. This hand is a little bit slow, but I think it's okay. It's definitely not bad enough that we'd throw it back. We'll lead out, I think, on... You know what? I'm going to lead on Botanical Sanctum first. It's possible there's some reality in which Lord of Atlantis is going to screw us with the Mariner, so I don't want to give them free Island Walk until I know it's necessary, because if I draw another Sanctum next turn, then I can play that, or if I draw like Mutavault, I would much rather play that in Silvergill. They mold to 6, so good news, I guess. Do they have a Vile start? Nope, Harbinger. So Harbinger, I imagine, is going to get Smoke Braider again, because that just sets him up for a huge turn 3. Shriekmaw. Ooh, that's surprising. Alright, so Shriekmaw, yeah, is a terror on a stick. So they search for a removal spell, basically. Sanctum, pass. Okay, yeah. Mistbinder is going to be way better than Lord of Atlantis here, for the most part. Because I don't want to pump up their changelings. But it means whatever the first thing that is that we put out, they can just use Shriekmaw to kill it. It's neat tech. Alright. Ooh, they're going to copy that. That's fine. That means, like, Trickster can just kill this thing. We can just flash Trickster in at any point to do that. Risen Reef. Ooh. Yep. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play Trickster. I'll play Island and I'll pass. So I'll wait for them to see what they're going to do first. If they just attack with these two, I will flash in Trickster, target this, block this. Alright, opponent. Well, welcome to Merfolk. We are full of tricks. And you know what they say, tricks are for kids. I don't know how that's relevant, but I feel like it's relevant. I want to absolutely block this thing. I don't think they're prepared for our tricks. So they could Shriekmaw, but I think it looks like they're going to go Risen Reef. Yeah, that makes sense. Just get that value train rolling quickly. And I think we're going to play Merfolk Mistbinder and just start attacking. Because they're going to start drawing like a ton of cards now. So let's go Lord of Atlantis. No! Why did I do that? I meant to play Mistbinder. I even said it too. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. They don't have a Changeling out yet, but this could end up screwing us later. Nope. Next turn we can just play 2 Lords. So they can start drawing some cards. They might use Shriekmaw to kill this thing, so maybe that's not the worst thing in the world if they kill off this Lord. But it does feel pretty bad. I didn't mean to do that, but actually it might have worked out for the best, so... Yeah, Shriekmaw, that's fine. I assume they're going to kill Lord of Atlantis. So evoke trigger, yep. So draw first, and they are targeting that. Neat. So Trickster can attack them for 4, which is nice. Alright. Oh, this is... Alright, we need like another Trickster badly. Because now they're going to start refilling their hand very fast, so they gotta die. Like, Trickster to kill this thing would be great. I think an attack here is free. You should just, yeah, get in there. Alright. That's not amazing. So, let's see, I can either take 2 off of this turn, or I'm gonna probably, if I don't do that, I'll probably end up taking 2 damage off of this regardless. How do I want to do that? The other option, I could play Silvergill. Like I could play either 2 Lords here, or I could play Silvergill and then the 2 Lords. It might actually be worth doing this first, because if we find Merfolk Trickster, we can kill this and deny them more cards. And we only lose 1 point of damage this turn, but then next turn we get to probably attack for a little bit more. Alright, let's do this first. I'll show them Mistbinder. Oh, Mutavault. Okay, so, you know what? It actually might make more sense now to play... if we play Mutavault Silvergill, then that means... next turn... Well, playing Mutavault this turn is not going to help us, because there's almost no way we can attack with it next turn. If we play Breeding Pool, then we can play a Lord and then play Silvergill Lord next turn, so that's fine. Or, same thing with... Like, if we're also going to... If I play Waterlog Grove right now, then that locks me into doing these 2, or taking extra damage. Let's see, which one's going to result in the least damage? I think probably this, because then we can play Mutavault and then play these 2 both. Alright, let's do that. That's my rationale. I think I'm going to take less damage this way if I do this. Attack. Because I do want to get this Mutavault out so I can attack. There was no way I could play it and attack with it reasonably next turn. Because even if if I played Silvergill this turn, I'd still want to tap all these to play 2 Lords next turn, so it wasn't going to attack. So I'm anticipating next turn playing it and then being able to attack with it the turn afterwards. Alright, what do you got going on? How are you doing this? You have 4 cards in hand. Like, so now every elemental they play is drawing them 2 cards, basically. So we have to win quickly. Ah, fuck. Alright, well, that thing's very likely killing Mistbinder. Alright, well, they might manage to, like, come back here. Oh, no, it's when it leaves. Okay, so now they target it. Right? What happened with this? Shouldn't this thing have dealt 6 damage to something? I don't understand. Why did that not happen? Risen Reef, Risen Reef. Yeah, for its evoke cost. Uh-oh. Okay, well that might change things a little bit. Okay, well... we're not blocking this. So we have to discard 2 cards, so we're definitely discarding Breeding Pool. Now the choice is between either Mutavault or Silvergill Adept. I think here we probably discard Mutavault, unfortunately. So I'm still confused. Why did this not deal 6 damage to target creature? It left the battlefield, didn't it? Alright, well, let's do, I guess, this first. Is there a reason I want to play Silvergill first? Because then if I find Merfolk Trickster, I might want to tap that. Yeah, I think I'd still rather do that than play a Lord. So right now we're attacking for 3/6. It's not lethal if we're attacking anyway, but... Alright. Hold on a second. Cancel. Blue, and then we'll tap it like this. Yeah, well, the thing is, if I don't cast Silver Girl first, I might not. I don't get to cast it at all. So yeah, I don't want to draw the card off of this turn anyway. Oh, see, fantastic. This worked out. So they don't. They have not given us Island Walk yet. So I think we. So what happens if they reanimate this? We might actually be. Oof, that's rough because they could end up making us discard the Lord, but. Alright, that's fine. I'm just willing to take this risk. Let's just kill this thing off so they stop drawing more cards. Now their blocks are not very good. They take 8 damage and then they're potentially dead next turn. Even if they Skelemental us, that's not good for them. A chump block here I don't think is very good either, so... Either way, I think we're in a good spot. Alright, bring it. Playing the island is important, like, because if they have Skelemental coming back for whatever, with something like, I don't know. I don't know if they play Unearth in this deck. Probably not, but maybe. They could be playing Ball Element. Oh, yeah, it looks like they could have another one, so... Oh, fuck. Alright. Please do not have 2 of these. I had no idea this card was going to be in their deck. If they play another one of those, we just probably lose on the spot. Alright, I think we are now actually just, like, dead. If he had 2 Plague Engineers, then we were just losing to that. I guess that's... I had no idea that that was a plan that they were going to go for, because now we have to draw, like, Dismember or we die. Kira's not terrible. Alright, let's see if we can draw Dismember. If not, we're just going to play Kira. They still can't really attack us, so... Because if they attack, then we can block Plague Engineer and kill it, and then we can get the Lords online. Damn it, that was brutal. Fuck, I didn't even think about that, so... Could have just, like, thrown this game away by not playing Master of the Pearl Trident there. We're only at 11, so we're not, like, super far ahead right now, but... This is a 3-turn clock, and theirs is faster than 3 turns, but... I think we're... Oh, that's also going to be terrible. So now they're going to get to look for, like, something that can maybe deal with this. Alright, what are you going to find? Because you get to draw it immediately, basically. Thunderkin, Awakener. Oh, shit. So yeah, they're on the plan if they are going to just Skelemental us to death. I think we are kind of fucked now. Because I don't have a good way to answer this. He's going to Skelemental, make us discard 2, and we're screwed. Alright, well. So this is like an elemental tribal version of 8-Ball, I guess. I did not expect double Plague Engineer. Fuck this card. I hate this so much. I wonder how many people have played Plague Engineer against this deck and just destroyed them because of it. Like, this card is not your ally. It is only on your side right now, but it's not going to stay that way forever. That feels bad, though, because now, like, if we had played this Lord, there's a very good chance we could have won. Yeah, okay. But I guess at this point we're just looking to see if they're going to show us anything else. If they attack, we do at least get to block it, but I don't know how much that matters. Alright. So we're getting Skelemental. That's brutal. Goodbye, cards. Alright, well. I don't think there's much we can do here. We're at 5. Can't play this. No, we're dead. Alright, concede. Well, that was fucking brutal. Alright, so maybe Relic is not the worst thing either. Let's see. Echoing Truth, I think we definitely need this card. They do have Thunderkin. I don't know if we really need Relic that much, though. They haven't shown us like a lot of removal, just like Shriekmaw, so I don't know. Maybe Relic is a little bit better than Kara. I guess. I'll do it. Since we're on the play, I want to keep the curve lower anyway. I would love to play first. It's a very dangerous hand, but oof. Alright, we're going to keep it. Go Vial, and then turn 2 we can go Biomancer, Speaker, and turn 3 Master. Maybe we'll draw another land and it'll be fine. Yeah, he did ask if we saw bugs. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, pass. Yeah, that's interesting. The Vesper Larks just didn't work for him either. Huh. I don't know. I think that there's no reason it shouldn't have triggered. Like, it did die, so... We ended up losing anyway, so I guess it didn't really make a difference in that game. Okay, so he's also on a Vial heavy hand. So we're like the first time, I think, where, you know, all the Vials. If we draw a land here, that would be great. Okay, so play another Vial. Attack. I might actually... I think I'm going to hold that up for right now. In case he tries to Skelemental us, we can defer for a turn with Trickster. I don't think it's worth the extra 2 damage right this second. Because now if they Skelemental us, I can just Trickster it. Ooh, alright, Risen Reef, that's fine. Or if they just play like another, like an image copying this, then I can also Trickster and kill it. Alright, activate. Let's put a Lord in play. And let's hope that we can draw another island. So yes, and always no. Alright, well, I guess this is happening. So attack. This is going to be a big attack. So we can Vial in another Lord now if we wish. Sure. I don't know if it... This is not really, like, a good attack to me, because now I'm going to get to see what you're putting on top of your deck. Yeah, I'm just explaining how this works. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Alright, so he put Smoke Braider there, so that's interesting. So, yeah, now if he wants to, he should be able to block, but if he does, I can just Violin Master, and that's going to wreck him. So Smoke Braider, is that what's going on? Yep. So Risen Reef, so he gets to draw a card. So he drew this one off of the Harbinger, so now it's a random card. Yep. So he can try double blocking Lord, but if he does, I can just Violin Lord and eat them. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I think just in the off chance, I don't think I want to do anything else here just yet. That's fine. He's just going to block 3 damage, but I think keeping Trickster up right now on the Vial is a little bit more important just in case he does go for Skelemental, because we can tap it, and then next turn we can put both Lords in play, and then there's not really much you can do about it at that point. Or if he plays Plague Engineer and tries to like image it, I can also just Violin Master in response. Yeah, that's fine. We even have the 1 mana to pay for it. Alright, so 2... So this... Yeah, see, here we go. He's gonna do it! I knew it. Alright, deal. So once he goes to begin combat, alright, I will activate Aether Vial. And we're just hoping that he does not have exactly Plague Engineer and Phantasmal Image in hand. Because if he does, it's going to suck, but I think at this point we got to play like that's not the case. Oh no. Oh fuck no, this is going to happen, isn't it? Yep, alright, well, that's unfortunate. Well, we have lost to Plague Engineer in round 1, so congratulations, Merfolk. That is brutal. He had it both times, like, that's insane. Like, and it took exactly that to do it, so. But the problem is, like, we were just discarding the cards to this anyway, so I'm not sure that that was really any better. But now, there's nothing we can really do here. We're gonna die to this, so it's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Like, nah, fuck it, we're done. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're done. Like, we're taking at least 14 damage next turn. Fuck it, we're dead. Can't play creatures. Like, we got stuck on 1 island, so... if we could have managed to get, like, 1 more island, then we would have been able to put the Lord in play without an issue, so... It is what it is, so... You know, double Plague Engineer is, like, the thing that we're weak to, even when we have a bunch of Lords. If we can't jam them out fast enough, that sucks, and, like... Obviously, like, the Trickster was important, because if we didn't have Trickster, we were just discarding a bunch of cards and taking a shit ton of damage anyway, so... I think that we were in a lose-lose situation, and, yeah, that's terrible. Well, what a way to start the league, though. You know, thank you for printing Plague Engineer, Wizards of the Coast. I am so eternally grateful that Magic the Gathering is vastly improved for nerfing the tribal decks. Alright, well, let's at least try to do better this time. We're on the play, so... This is terrible. We only have 1 land. We can't, like, do anything with it. This is also not much better, but I think we gotta keep. Put a Grove in the bottom. Done. Alright. They kept 7 cards, so it sucks. See what we're up against. Just look forward. Oh god, this is probably Titan Shift, isn't it? It is. Alright, well, Force of Negation is definitely a card we want, but if they're on a Primeval Titan plan, then it's not really that good for us. Alright, well, in that case, we just need to attack them as quickly as possible. So, Force is almost definitely getting pitched to a Force at some point. But we have to just aggro them out. If we can't kill them by turn 4, we're going to die. Drawing straight Lords here for the rest of the game is probably the best way to go. Flooded Strand. What the fuck is this? This has to be like the Bring to Light version, right? That's what's going on. Okay, so maybe we're not dead. Like, so they don't have Primeval Titan in this one, but they do have counter spells, which is important. Alright. So, let's see, what is this? Secure a Tribe Elder. But that's fine, because this has Island Walk anyway, so. Oh, fantastic. So they can't block regardless. So they're dead next turn. We just have to force Anger the Gods and we win. Alright, drawing a Lord there is really important. And they did not sack Tribe Elder for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that's fine. You can get Mountain and then try to Anger, and then I'm going to force it, and hopefully that's going to win. No. Alright, so what's your plan here? Basic Forest, how does this help you not die? It does not. Alright. So this is the Bring to Light Scapeshift deck, so against this deck we definitely want Deprive. Let's see. Spreading Seas is not that good against this deck because they already give us Island Walk. They are playing cards like Is a Charm and Cryptic Command and Bring to Light, which all use blue. So yeah, we don't need to worry about Island Walk for the most part. Let's see. They do have stuff like Snapcaster Mage and sometimes like Lightning Bolts and stuff, so this is not the worst thing ever. Force is fine. Tidebinder Mage is okay. That's just something to attack with. Kira is fine, but maybe a little bit slow. Maybe we don't need Echoing Truth here, actually. Kira's probably better than Echoing Truth, right? And I don't think... I mean, there's an argument for maybe Shaper Sanctuary. It's kind of control. Like, that also does kind of the same thing Kira does. Drawing a card might matter more, though, because of the counter magic. Alright, I'm willing to try this. They're not going to play anything like Ensnaring Bridge. They're more likely to play things like Supreme Verdict. This is a good hand. I think we're fine to keep this. We keep. Probably start with Cavern of Souls. They mold to 6. This is good. The other option, we can start with Mutavault and then next second turn attack with it, and then turn 3, then Vial in like a creature. That's definitely a line. Yep. Alright. Oath of Nisa. Yeah, that's fine. So this is basically just like a mini Ancient Stirrings for their deck. So they get a creature, land, or planeswalker, so they got Flooded Strand, so that's a land. Otherwise, it just sits there and looks pretty. It doesn't... The remaining effects on it are not terribly relevant. That's a little bit... Do we want to do this, or do we want to play like one of these in turn 2? I think we are more likely going to want to attack with this, and then turn after, then we can put into play 2 creatures. It's hard to say. Because we don't have another Lord in hand, and I'm probably going to need to pitch one of these to force at some point, so I think the Mutavault plan is what I'm going to go with. Because this way, it lets me attack them quicker, but also we're less dependent on these creatures to keep the clock up. They might not think we have enough, like, blue mana sources either, so... And if that's the case, that's fine. Search? Yeah. Cool. Alright. Let's just attack with Mutavault. I think next turn we're going to play Cavern of Souls, and then we'll flash in Trickster in the end step, and then Violin Tidebinder Mage, most likely. They could have brought in stuff like Thragtusk, so Tidebinder is actually not terrible here. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's actually good, because now it also opens us up to hard casting Force of Negation, but we don't have to tell them that we're on this plan. So we can't really attack right now anyway. Or I don't think we really want to. I could, like, Violin Trickster or something, or Violin Tidebinder and tap it, but I want to be able to play 2 creatures this turn, or if necessary, hardcast Force. Yeah. No, they sacked it anyway, so that's fine. They might have been better off waiting a turn to do this, to be honest. So they're going to get to search. So they go to 5 lands, and then you can play a land, so they'll be at 6 lands. Okay. We're still at 20, though. That actually matters, because that means they still need 8 lands until we do something. No. Botanical Sanctum. So I don't want to. I'm going to put the Botanical Sanctum into play. I'm just going to attack for 4. I mean, it's possible they have something like Veil of Summer, which is terrible. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. I can't really do anything about that. It can eat one of our creatures. Yeah, okay. So play Botanical Sanctum, then pass. Because then, now it looks like maybe we're just going to crack Waterlow Grove in their end step, which definitely will. I think. Certainly an option. We also might be hard casting Force of Negation in the near future, so there's definitely reason not to. Because if they cast Scapeshift, I want to at least to try to be able to counter it. The thing is, if I crack the Grove and I don't draw, like a blue creature, it makes it kind of awkward, because then if I attack with Mutavault, Force is offline. Whereas if I don't crack it this turn, then I can attack with Mutavault and Force. Felidar Guardian. Okay, so you're going to be on some kind of you're going to be on a Saheeli plan. Is that what's going on? Neat. Okay. So you like a Saheeli Scapeshift deck? Maybe, yeah, Saheeli Ray. Okay. So you have that in your hand. So I definitely need to be able to counter a creature next turn, so I don't think I need to counter a spell. So if I want to attack, I have to attack with both of these, but I need to not use this because I have to try to counter it. So, but I can just play Cavern of Souls here. Always no. Alright. Merfolk. Do it like this. You can block one thing. There's 4 cards. It could be like Path. Presumably not. He didn't even attempt to block. That's surprising. Guess he just does not want to risk like something happening to this. Alright, so we're going to have to try to counter this, but chances are they also have another counter spell to back it up. How do you want to do this? What's your plan here? If you cast like Scapeshift and Saheeli, I think I'm dead. Okay, so yeah, I do have to force this. And if you counter my Force of Negate... Oh, no, okay, so, no. Alright, we live for another turn. Neat. So, and they didn't do anything else, so that means they don't have another Saheeli, and they obviously don't have Scapeshift, so that's good. Alright, well, the plan is going to be the same, I guess. Animate an attack. Okay, what's the plan here? Yeah, I think you should block now and just save yourself some life. I did not play a land. Oops. I should have played Botanical Sanctum. It could end up biting me in the ass. I hope it doesn't. So let's see. Yeah, Oath. What do you find? If it's another Saheeli, we're going to force it again. Windswept Teeth. Okay, so they found basically nothing off of that. So that's the third one they've cast. Alright. This turn, I think we're going to crack Waterlug Grove. Alright, well, we're going to have to shock ourselves with Breeding Pool. Oh, that's actually really good now. Well, we can't cast both Deprive and Force of Negation, unfortunately. Yes. Just attack. Get in that damage. Yep. They just have to have, like, lands or something in hand. Path to Exile. Yeah, that's fine. So now that will make it so that we can cast both of these next turn. I already played a land, right? Yeah. Alright, well, we're looking to draw Lords at this point. Ooh, they went down to 4. That's good. Alright, what's up? You got something for me? Arkim's Astrolab, sure. Yep, draw your card. Did you find another game-winning threat? I would like to force that, please. One card in hand. I feel pretty good about this. Can find a Lord. We're in good business here. Biomancer's fine. That's okay. again, I'm going to use the Biomancer here, or I'll adapt it. That way, if I draw a Lord, then I can file it in. Let's discard that. Neat. Okay. Attack. I don't know. Let's see if they choose to block or not. Alright, you know how to block. So we have Deprive up, so we're protected against, you know, them casting one thing. But I think we're good here. Filing in Mistbinder should do the trick. So they can only block one and any two of them win. So they have one card in hand, we should be able to counter it and win. So, Saheeli Combo. I don't know if they're playing Scapeshift in their deck. It looks like maybe they were, but... Alright. Deprive. And that will win the game. Alright, sick. Well, we crushed that deck pretty easily, so... Alright, coming back. That was a good match. They had a lot of interesting things going on in that deck with all the snow synergies. Yeah, I don't know, like, all the mana ramp makes me feel like it's one of those hybrid combo decks where they have, like, you know, one combo but also a different one as well. I feel like that had to have some kind of Scapeshift combo in it, but I could be wrong. But it definitely was a Felidar Guardian combo deck, so... The counter spells are still good against that, so fortunately, like, our sideboarding was still adequate for what we ended up facing. That's good to know. Alright, on to match 3. Let's see, how long have we been going? 52 minutes already, and it's only been 2 matches, so this is going to be a long league. It's not like Legacy. Legacy, we usually come in about an hour and a half for the 5 matches. Modern, we're usually closer to 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, 10 minutes. Alright. Alright, join, come on. Let's go. On the draw. Alright. I feel like we've played against this person before. This hand is okay. We got stuff to do. We can keep it. We can cast the cards and they do things. I would prefer to have like a Kamena Speaker or something, but can't get everything. Is this a Scapeshift deck? No, this might be Burn. Yeah, this looks like Burn. So... Yeah, Burn is a little bit rough for us. Alright, what do we got? He drew us a land, so that's nice. I don't want to play the Grove because I don't really need to. I will play Botanical Sanctum. We're going to have to discard a card, so I'll probably discard Flooded Strand. I don't think we're going to need this. Basic lands are great here because they don't make us take damage for it. Aether Vial is not where we really want to be on turn 2. Exile Riftbolt, that's fine. So here's the problem. Riftbolt's going to hit us in the face, so we could force the Riftbolt, but Vial's going to take like forever to come online. If I play a creature right now, he's probably just going to bolt it. I don't think we can avoid that, though. I think that's all we can really do, and just hope that he does not lightning bolt this creature. If he bolts it, like, that's unfortunate. Yeah, at least it's not going to our face. And if we're lucky, we can start drawing more. So I think next turn we play Vial plus Master. We'll try to block this thing again. Yep, Lightning Bolt. I mean, it was either the creature or us, so we can hopefully draw more creatures. We'll play Island, and then the turn afterwards, probably Waterlogged Grove and crack it, just get another creature. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather counter something like Boros Charm or Lightning Helix if he's going to do that. Lord of Atlantis on top is a good sign. So, alright, what do you do here? Skewer the critics. I think I'm gonna counter this one. Because I don't know when I'm gonna get another chance to do this. If they use instant speed spells in my turn, I may never get to force them. So let's counter it now while we still have the chance. And we will go Vile, Lord. We'll get Vile out just in case, you know, Eidolon is a thing. If he has more lands in hand, then we could be in a good spot. But if he has like 2 more burn spells, we're probably in trouble. Alright, that's not the worst thing. It didn't kill Lord of Atlantis, so maybe we could block this. Alright, well, we're definitely blocking this. Could be, like, light up the stage or, like, skewer the critics. So next turn we can double Lord. Helix, yep. Alright. What's your last card? Alright, we're at 2, so, yeah, we are in some shit. So here's the thing. We can play Lord, or we can... Yeah, so we can go to 1 and play this, but I don't think that really helps us, because if he draws, like, Goblin Guide, we definitely have to trade with it. But if he draws Lightning Bolt, I probably want the chance to be able to find, like, a Force of Negation. So if that's the case, I should crack this now, just in case. Because if I do it in his turn, then he can just respond by bolting me in the face. And then chances are, if he has a burn spell, like a bolt in the top 2, we're dead anyway, but... Playing another Lord's not helping right now. Next turn we can Vile it in. Alright, well... If he finds it, we're dead. But if he just floods out, then we have a chance. Does not look too good for our dear hero. Alright, what do you got? Do you find it? If it's a creature, we're okay. That's not good. Alright, we lose. So be it. Yeah, this list is going to have a little bit of trouble with burn. We want the Deprives, I think. And maybe the Kiras. These turn off the like Searing Blazes. Benthic Biomancer is not really that good against this deck, and neither is Echoing Truth. And Tidebinder Mage is actually very good. I think Spreading Seas in the Lake is okay. I mean, sometimes it just randomly wins the game, but I guess we're going to keep it. Maybe I'll side out, like... I could side out either a Mistbinder or a Silvergill. I think I'm going to side out one Merfolk Mistbinder. The Lords are not that important in this match, and I don't think the rest of these cards do anything that I care about. I would love to be on the play. It's a lot harder without Master of Waves. Oh god, no, we can't keep this. This is actually okay. Put Silvergill on the bottom. I would prefer to have, more, or like counter spells or something, but at least we have a clock that we can cast all these cards. Silvergill can maybe draw us a force. Alright, that's good, because this is also better because Silvergill guaranteed trades with this. Aether... Oh, come on, Aether Vial. That is not where I want to see you. They kept 7 cards, so they've got to have a good 7. Alright. Cast. I will show them another Silvergill Adept. And our plan is to just try to block Goblin Guide. And hopefully draw a land so we can play Vile plus a creature next turn. And if they aim a bolt at Silvergill, we're usually pretty happy. Alright, Searing Blaze is one of the worst things that could have happened. It's 5 cards and we're already at 12. Ugh, this is not good. Force of... Well, where were you when I needed you? Well, now they know we have Force in our hand, so now we're kind of fucked. I guess we're in the same scenario where I'll show them Merfolk Trickster. If we can draw a land, we can play this Aether Vial. Nope. Alright, so that's terrible. This Cometa Speaker also is only a 1/1 because we don't have an island, and if they kill our other Merfolk, then this just doesn't get a bonus. So, playing it's rough. They know we have a Force, so they can't use Searing Blaze again. We may just have to play this as a chump blocker. Skewer the critics. No. I guess let's get rid of Trickster. He spent a lot of... yeah, in order to try to get that in there. Just knew we had to get rid of the Force, so... that's actually not terrible, because now we can turn off, like, Lightning Helix. Oh my god. Why can we not draw lands? We're gonna lose because we're just, like... We need to curve out, and playing one spell a turn is not going to beat this. And of course they have another one. Why would they not? Well, I think we're dead. Like, at this point, we are so fucked. Lightning Helix, yep. Alright, now we are in some serious shit. Still, Force, oh my god, Force, what are you doing? I need you in my hands, like, where are you when I need you? I can play this Cometa Speaker, but the problem is, like, I think I'm kind of screwed. Like, if I play this, I can play Vial, and then next turn I can play 2 creatures. It means I'm chump blocking with this at best, but if they just bolt this one, I guess it's not going to my face. Question is, do I play Vial or Speaker? If I play Speaker, it at least gives me a chance to block this, but not a very good one. I just hate having to take damage to keep playing spells. Like, that's so brutal. So we need to get this Aether Vial out. Like, at least we can put something in play with it next turn. Alright, he didn't have an instant speed burn spell to cast. That was good to know. So maybe they're flooding out too. Alright, what's on top of the deck? Tidebinder Mage, that's great. Yeah, I'm absolutely blocking this. I need as much life as I can to put things in play with this. No, I have to counter that. Can't afford not to. If they have, like, Boros Charm and a Bolt, we're dead anyway, so... But, I mean, if we also tap this Waterlog Grove, then we're also dead to that, too. There's not really a winning plan right now. If they have 2 Lightning Bolts, we die. This is all we can hope for, that they're just flooding out, but they can just, like, cycle these for 2 new cards, so, like, the odds that we're going to beat this are very, very low. So there goes that one. Alright. Did you find something? That's not good. Alright, 2. Alright. So there they go, 5 cards in hand. What do you got? Hopefully just lands and things that you can't cast. If it's 2 bolts, we die. Alright, well, now if it's like, yeah, we're still like very, oh my god, so maybe they are flooding out. Alright, you're telling me there's a chance. That doesn't look good. Yep. So here's the thing. If they have a bolt in hand, they can just bolt this anyway, and then they get to kill off this creature, but we're going to try to chump block this. We're just banking on them not having it. Because I cannot afford to be taking this damage to my face at the moment. So, Commander Speaker, I'm going to have to try to trade you with this. Yeah, a lightning bolt is ruining us, and at this point, I don't think we can really try to play around it. We're just so far behind. Alright. So, do you have a lightning bolt? Because if you have lightning bolt, I'm fucked. Yeah, he does. Yep, alright. I think, like, that's basically a concession. Like, we lose. Nothing I can do about this. They still have 3 cards in hand. That's terrible. That doesn't really do much. Yeah, no, we're just screwed because we have to trade like Master with this thing, but like again, we're still in a situation where like 2 lightning bolts kill us, so and I cannot deprive anything, so yeah, this is super bad. That's 1. And if they cast any other spell, we die. Alright. Oh my god. No, that is just awful, because I can't even play that next turn. It's like the deprive and that are competing for the same spot. Like, this all came out in the wrong order. Like, ugh, terrible. Alright, well, Burn is wrecking us. We need Master Ways in this deck to, like, win against Burn. Alright. Well, they don't have anything in hand, at least, but... no. I have no choice to chump block. This is, like, the worst thing that could have been on top of the deck. And, like, we're definitely throwing this away, and we're still in a situation where if they just, like, attempt to bolt us, we die. Come on, if they just draw anything at all, like, we're screwed. Like, they have to have, like, 3 lands in hand. Alright, that does it. Well, that was terrible. Burn dunked on us, like, super hard. There was nothing I could do about that. That's just awful. Ugh. I miss Master of Waves for this, but on the plus side, Oko is going to help a little bit in that match once we can get to that point. In a few weeks, we'll see Oko. Now, it's like, what, 2 weeks now, right? October 5th? Ugh. Alright, hopefully we're back on the right side. We're going to be on the play. This is not a great hand. I guess this is... It's pretty rough. It doesn't have a lot of, like, things going on in it. Like, just... Like, if we're up against a deck like Jund, we probably are just going to lose with this. Like, this is 5 mana sources. You know what? I think we're better off mulliganing this. This is much better. We're going to keep this and put a vial in the bottom. Alright. This is way, way better. Oops. No, we gotta play our land first. Play Breeding Pool, I guess. Pass. Alright, what are we up against? Forest, okay. Okay, so probably Tron? My guess is. I haven't seen, like, yeah, that's definitely Tron, alright. So Forest for us is good. That means they kept, what, 7 cards, but they don't have turn 3 Tron, so we have a good chance at racing them. Yes. So I will use Flooded Strands, get an island. We will play... Actually, I guess the fastest clock here is if we play Tidebinder Mage and then Violin Mistbinder next turn. Because there's nothing relevant in this deck to use Tidebinder on anyway. Sure. Alright, so let's put in Commander Speaker. Alright, well, I guess, yeah, they just passed through the turn. So this is a pretty quick clock. Sacrifice a Grove to see if we can find another 1-drop. Nope, but that's going to help a lot. They're going to be at a very low life total very quickly, and it may not matter. Alright, they're going to have, like, Ugin in their hand in order to do anything. Alright, always no. Does that kill them? So that's 5, 5. Yeah, I think they're dead. Alright. I think we just killed Tron before they had a chance. That's 14. Alright, well, we just, like, absolutely pasted Tron. They kept, like, a turn 4 Tron hand, and that was not good enough, so sick. Alright, let's bring in Deprive. Let's bring in Collector Oath. I'll take out Aether Vial. What else? We need Echoing Truth. Spreading Seas we need. This is probably not a Tidebinder Mage matchup. Well, no, definitely not. This is also not really a Silvergill Adept matchup either. And we can bring in, like, something else here. Like, at some point, like, I want to bring in Kira, but at the same time, I don't really want to that badly. Like, so it's a choice between, like, a creature, I think. Kira is good against Walking Ballista, but I think our plan is to just not let that happen. Well, no, actually, we should bring in Kira because it protects Collector Oath. And we got to take out one more thing if we're going to do that, I guess. I want to keep all the Lords. Maybe we just take out one more Vial because of the Oath. That makes sense. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly ever. Collector Oath. This is not good. We need a more aggressive hand. This is much better. Keep, and what do we want to put on the bottom here? Actually, it might be correct to just put Aether Vial on the bottom. Because this is a hand, like, either Aether Vial or Force of Negation, probably. I think Vial. We can kind of curve out without Vial. Oof. So this is actually a good spot where we could use Force of Negation on this. I think we're going to not do that, though. If I had Oath in my hand, I definitely would. Alright, Mutavault. Let's play Benthic Biomancer. Next turn we'll play Spreading Seas. Sanctum of Ugin. Oh, that's rough. They've got shit going on. Okay. Ah, well, fuck, actually. If they played Sanctum of Ugin, I really should have played Lord of Atlantis, but I guess we're just going to do this anyway. Tech. Take your one. Well, they're very far off of Tron. That was not a good turn 2 for them. Definitely not. They keep 7? They kept 7 cards, so, so they, alright, Blast Zone, ugh, well, alright, well, that's kind of a problem, but he hasn't played it yet, sure. Alright, never mind, Blast Zone is not a problem whatsoever. So I think here we can play Lord of Atlantis and attack for 2, or we could play Breeding Pool tapped and attack for 3. If we play the breeding, well, no, I think we need to play Lord because the next turn we can, if they play Blast Zone, then we can Spreading Seas and attack with Mutavault. So we do have to do this, I think. So let's play Lord, get our clock going. This also helps in case they decide to like play Walking Ballista for 2. So I'm hoping he plays Blast Zone this turn so I can seize it. Or no, he's forcing us to... Alright. Didn't even use the mana, so he doesn't have anything to use it with. Okay. Interesting. So we're definitely playing Mutavault. The question is, do I use the Seas now, or do I wait a turn? I don't think I can let them have Tron. I think I have to just kill them. Like, Blast Zone's gonna take at least 1 full turn to do anything. Alright, they just played the tower, so we're gonna seize the tower. Oh, Collector Oath? Interesting. Well, here's the other thing. I don't really want to play this right now because they're definitely playing Blast Zone next turn, so I think I just want to try to kill him. Whereas if he just plays like Oblivion Stone, then I might just play Collector Oath. Because I think we're just threatening to kill him next turn anyway. So that's, yeah, right now we have 10 damage in play, so they can crack it for 1, but... Ooh. Thragtusk. It's not the end of the world, actually. This is actually fine. So, we're not going to kill him this turn, but they're definitely going to put the hurt on. So, let's animate a Mutavault here, and we'll play Collector Oath. So we attack for 5, and then we still have lethal next turn. That should reduce their options because now they can't like use Walking Ballista or O-Stone or anything like that. Yeah, Blast Zone on 1 is okay. Worm Coil Engine, yeah, that's fine. Aren't you just like dead if you do that though? I'm not blocking this. You had the option to crack Zone on 1 to not die to that, but I think now they're just dead. Well, especially dead, because now we could just Merfolk Trickster this thing down. So what do we got here? Let's animate. So that's 3, 6... oh no, I think we do have to Trickster this, right? Because if I animate this one, then that's 3, 6, 8. That doesn't quite kill them. So I think, yeah, we're in a situation where we're going to have to use Trickster to tap this down. Or actually, we can use Echoing Truth to bounce it. Right? We do that. We attack like this. So it's 2, 4, 6, 9. And then we just Echoing. We can either Echoing Truth or Trickster. I think here we want to... No, we definitely want to Echoing Truth because I don't want them gaining the life back. So they go to 1. There's nothing they can do, I think, to come back because we still have Force up. They cannot crack Blast Zone to kill off Lord of Atlantis. So we still have Island Walk online. Yeah, that was the winning line. All right, well, we just absolutely annihilated Tron. So Alright, 2-2. Let's try to make this positive. Like, that match against Burn was just like an utter just like pasting, but I think that, you know, the elemental matchup, like, we could have maybe played it a little bit differently, but like getting screwed on one land really, really hurt, so I think that was definitely winnable. Burn not so much. Alright, we're on the draw. Let's do this. Bring it. So where are we at here? Hour 21 minutes. Okay, so we've picked up the pace a little bit. Alright. This is an okay hand. Actually, no, I would say this is a good hand. We have a nice curve, and yeah, we've got like Vial into Biomancer plus Lord, and then also Echoing Truth in case of just emergency, I guess. I think this is fine. We're gonna keep this. Alright. Windswept Heath is usually not a good sign. Alright. They haven't told us what they're doing, but I mean, we're about to find out, I guess. I really want this Aether Vial to resolve, though. I don't want anything bad happening to it. So let's see what's going on. Like there's too many green decks. Like this could be like a Titan Shift deck. It could be like Infect. This looks like it could be Infect. This is okay against Infect, but not like super great. Yeah, it's Infect. Fuck. All right. Mm-hmm. Which means we're probably bouncing this back to their hand. Okay, so what do we do here? They could, if they play like another green source, they could actually just kill us. Do we gamble against that, or do we just like bounce it for one turn and then try to deal with it afterwards? The problem is if we bounce it right away, I don't think we have a good plan regardless. I think I'm just going to I'll threaten Trickster and try to bounce it after he plays some spells on it, because I think that's just all we can really do here. Yep. Yep, okay. So the question is, are you going to use Scale Up? No, alright. Alright, well, I could either take one Infect, I think I'm going to just take one Infect and just see that nothing happens. Alright. Now I will bounce this back. Because now if he plays like the protection spell, alright, that's fine. Let's put Benthic Biomancer in play. Tidebinder Mage is not really helpful against this. I think really what we want now is let's put Silvergill Adept in play. I really want to draw Spreading Seas for this. Trickster is also very good. Again, like we're at 2 poison, so they're gonna have potentially the ability to play 2 spells. I guess if they have like Scale Up and then like another spell, we're dead. If we attempt to play a Lord right now. I just I don't like the idea of tapping out, but at the same time, like, I think we may have to. What's our clock look like otherwise? Like, if we just take like another, I don't know, say he plays like Might of Old Crows, are we fine taking 5 Infect and we race that? I don't think so. So, but I guess 1 damage from the Lord doesn't really matter that much. I think we need to save this because, yeah, if they kill us next turn, then I don't think we can race that regardless. So I think here we're just going to go with Mistbinder and attack. We're just hoping not to die next turn. Then if we draw something like Spreading Seas, then we can seize it and then try to Trickster the blink or ink whatever the hell it is. You know which card, the agent, blighted agent. That's the one. All right, that's fine. Well, I mean it's not fine. It's like we might just die here. That's possible. He has 6 cards in hand. We know what 5 of them are. I'm just pretending that I have like force in my hand. No, I'm just gonna let him do that. I'm hoping that he's just gonna attack for 6 right now. But the correct thing for him to do is just go for it if he has it. Like, we just don't have a good way of stopping this. Like, yeah, all right, we lose. Yeah, the problem is like if we put Trickster in, like, you know, the rest of our draws were not going to be like super great. Like, yeah, it's just terrible no matter what we did. Well, we don't have a clock that can race it because the thing is, he could just still attack with that and also play the Blighted Agent, and then like we're still just as dead. Like we're not threatening to kill him in any way, but like I don't know, that was tough. I don't think there was like a really good way out of that. What do we take out here? I guess Benthic Biomancer and Silvergill Adept. Silvergill is not really where we want to be in this match. We have to take out 1 more card. I guess we're taking out Mistbinder. Kira can block Inkmoth Nexus. That's why we're bringing it in. And Dismember and Echoing Truth interact with the creatures. Deprive interacts with their spells. That's pretty much the long and short of it. We don't have time to really use Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. Like, we're never adapting Biomancer, so it's just a 1-1. Infect is tough. This is a match where if you have Chalice in the sideboard, you'll probably do very well, and if you don't have Chalice in the sideboard, you have to get pretty lucky. Because they can easily turn to you, and if you don't have exactly what you need to stop them, then you're just dead. I beat it the last time I played it in paper, but, like, you know, then I think the last time I played it online, I also lost to it. Like, it really is hard to beat sometimes. Depends on the hands. You know, if they keep, like, a good hand, then it's really hard to do anything. Like, you need to keep a good hand for it. I would love to go first. This hand is absolutely fine, I think. Counter spells that we can play, Vile, yeah, this is great. We're hoping that he does not play a creature in turn 1. That looks like he's probably going to play like Noble Hierarch or Glistener Elf. Hoping it's Hierarch. We can actually, yeah, okay, that's fine. We can deal with this because now we can actually, we can use Deprive on whatever creature they play. Alright, pass. Yep. No. Let's get Breeding Pool. Just cannot let that resolve. Alright, well, it doesn't look like they have another creature, fortunately, so... So if they were all in on that creature, then we have a good chance. Yes. So we'll Violin Master at the end of their turn, and then we'll just play Cavern of Souls and hold up Force of Negation. So Breeding Pool is dangerous for them because we can give our guys Island Walk. The Dryad Arbor makes sense if they're on the damage beatdown plan. I could try to double block this here. If they play like Might of Old Kroza, they're going to trade with this, but then I can force it. They'd have to play like at least 2 Pump Spell. I think I'm fine with trying to trade with this thing. Because they don't really have a clock otherwise. If they invest their Pump Spells into this and they lose this, and they don't really have anything. Dismember. No. So now they could like waste a Pump Spell if they want to try to save it. But I mean, they did take like 4 damage for that. And they're running out of cards too, so I don't know, I'm hoping this works out, but maybe it's not going to. Alright, so 6 is going to make it trade with both. Alright, fuck. Well, they're going to invest another card in it, so they're down to 2 cards in hand. That's a good sign, at least. Alright. I mean, the thing is, we were going to get hit for 8 damage if we didn't do that. But now, like, they're at 2 cards in hand, and their clock is still kind of pitiful, so if we can just draw, like, more creatures off the top, we're very, very good, but not like that. Fuck. Alright, well, this is kind of where we want to be, but we want creatures. We need to not top deck lands. That's also risky for them to play that. Nope. So we take 2 damage. That's fine. That's not particularly where we need to be. I'm going to hold Cavern in my hand just to make it look like I have Deprive. If they find a creature before... Alright, well now we're in shit. We need like Tidebinder Mage in order to beat this. The damage plan, it can work. Like that's if they have enough interaction, like it can get there. But now we are in a lot of trouble because of this Glistener Elf. Look, we're gonna draw another land with this. Watch. Okay, well that's not another land, but at least it can theoretically block something. Well, that's also bad. Alright. We're taking 3 this turn and 3 next turn. At least. Yeah. So we are dead next turn if we can't do anything about it. So we have to have, like, either Tidebinder or Trickster. Or I guess a counterspell also does it. That's not going to do it, because now, yeah, their rebounded spell is going to give it +1, and it's going to get exalted, we lose. Alright, well, we lost against Infect, that sucks. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, against, like, yeah, against Burn and Infect, like, you know, we have, like, decent cards against both of them, but no, those matches are just really, really tough, and, like, The dismembers help, like, you know, the Tidebinder mages help, but nothing just came up the way we needed it to. Like, both of those matches, they kind of drew in the right order, and we did not really have everything where we needed it. Like, it was a little bit risky to block the the Dryad Arbor. I don't know. I've kind of felt like it will. I don't know. Maybe we would have won the race if we had not done that. That could. I mean, that's possible. They still had the dismember though, so I don't know. Like, it's tough. They might have still been winning the race regardless, but we ended up losing 3 creatures because of it. So that could have been wrong. Yeah, I don't know. That was like the only route they had to victory, but they still had a bunch of pump spells in hand. I just thought that maybe we could get past it but they had like enough instant speeds. They played 3 instant speed spells, where it's just kind of banking on them having a sorcery. Or I don't know, like it was exactly what they needed to do that. So it is what it is. I guess maybe next time I wouldn't have made the block, but that's still really scary because you're still potentially on like a 2-turn clock if you don't block it. It's rough. Yeah, I don't know. That's something to think about. But it also did not help that afterwards then we drew like a bunch of lands in a row, because then we had a very hard time trying to come back from it anyway. But I don't know, if we're attacking for like 6 a turn, there's possible we could have maybe raced it, but that maybe that was a mistake. So I don't know. I guess that I'm willing to put that one on me. I don't think there was really much we could have done against Burn. Like, they just fucking got us, and I hate the Waterlug Groves against that deck so much because they hurt us a lot. Like, the damage from the mana base really does contribute a bunch to us hurting and Burn, and like also not having Master of Waves hurts a lot. Even with just for 3 Spreading Seas, though, like, we were able to beat Tron really easily, so that's at least a plus. But we got dunked on by Plague Engineer really hard, too, so yeah, I don't know, that was kind of rough, and, you know, Plague Engineer's a card, I guess. I, I will never not be upset by its existence, the same way I'm never going to not be upset by the existence of, like, the War of the Spark Planeswalkers. I just feel like between like Engineer and the Curse Walkers, like, they have pushed Magic in a direction I don't really think is a good thing. Where it's like now all of my cards are just like curses that hurt you and like don't, and they're still good for me. Like, I don't know, like that's not like healthy gameplay to me. Like, that's just, it pushes it into a direction where it's like, if I top deck this one thing, then your deck doesn't get to do anything. Like, Magic should not have a lot of those kind of cards, or if it does, then they shouldn't be like advantage engines. Like, Plague Engineer wins you the game, or like the Planeswalkers all like put cards in your hand that will win you the game. Like, ugh. Those effects probably should not go together on a card. Stuff like Engineered Plague is fine because it affects both players, but it also does not win the game by itself. Or, you know, things like Ensnaring Bridge. Like, yeah, Bridge does, you know, hurt both players equally, but it also doesn't win the game by itself. Whereas, like, if you play something like Teferi or Karn, like, that hurts your opponent a lot, and, you know, it also wins you the game by itself a lot of times. Like, that's just kind of rough. I don't know. I could rant about that for a while, but, you know what, it is what it is. So I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with this list, but, like, maybe a few play decisions could have been changed to perform a little bit better this time, and some of that was definitely like our opponents just like got us really, really hard, and it feels bad when it happens repeatedly like that, but you know what, that's part of Magic. Sometimes that shit happens, so whatever. We still managed to win like against Tron really easily, and we beat like the Felidar Guardian deck pretty easily, so that's fine, I guess. I don't know. Overall, I think this is still fine. This is probably where we want to be until Oko comes out, so I'll have to check. Like, I might flip-flop Legacy next week, or it depends. Maybe I'll do it like on Wednesday and try to do the Modern on Sunday so I can have a chance to play with the new cards. Depends upon how, like, I have to check to see if I'm going to be able to afford buying them on MTGO right away, so we'll see. If they're not going to be like too expensive, then I may just like do that. So that way we get to play Modern right away with the cards, but I have to think about how that schedule's going to work out yet. So, all right, I will see you guys next time. Sunday will be a Legacy League. So, all right, take it easy. Hope you enjoyed.